doing my videos. So instead of just me thinking of ideas, because I'm running out of ideas. So whenever I have a new idea, I'm going to add it to this hat full of video ideas, and then we're just going to draw one out at the beginning of each video, and that's what I'm going to do. So obviously you guys know what video it's going to be based on the thumbnail and title, but I don't know what video it's going to be yet. So let's just select one out. See what we got. Alien. Alright, let's go.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I will continue to release the Walking Dead character rankings regularly. I'm not gonna draw for those. Those are just gonna come out every other video, except for 3 and 4, which I did back to back, but that's because I filmed them back to back. But otherwise, it's gonna be like season 4 ranking, random ranking, season 5 ranking, random ranking, so on. But today I selected the Alien franchise. So starting off with number 8. I have Alien Resurrection. Now, most people's pick for number 8 is Alien vs. Predator Requiem or Alien 3. I don't think they're nearly as bad as this movie. This movie, it feels like it's trying to do like Avengers-style dialogue, which I know Avengers came out after it, but it feels like that, but it's not done well. It just feels like they're trying to be snarky and snappy, but you just don't like any of the characters. I mean, I like the cast, you know, Winona Ryder. I think this is one, no, is this one? I think this is one with Brad Dourif in it. And Sigourney Weaver is, you know, Sigourney Weaver, but Ripley isn't Ripley, so that's a huge takeaway from the movie, because Ripley, they just make her act like, you know what, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but this movie is atrocious. I hate this movie like, there is zero redeeming qualities, except for the fact that the xenomorphs are still cool. Number 7, I have Alien 3. Now, I don't have it at the bottom because it's not nearly as offensive for me. I am a fan of Alien and Aliens, but they've never been, like, my favorite movies of all time. So, like, I mean, I like the characters of Newt and Hicks and Sigourney Ripley, sorry, I forgot her name for a second. I like their character dynamics, and it sucks that they're killed off right in the opening scene, because, like, that's very unceremonious, because, like, they were great characters in the previous installment, but it's never pissed me off that much, because, like, they're making that sacrifice to tell an all-new story with all new characters, and even though this new story isn't that great, it's still fine, and I can, you know, put it at 7 rather than 8. Coming in at number 6, I have Alien Covenant. This one was a huge disappointment for me because I absolutely loved Prometheus, and, I mean, Prometheus you'll see higher, obviously. It set up this, like, prequel world. It set up all these great characters, and I think the only character that really... There's 2 characters that survived that movie, and it turns out the main character from the previous one died in between, and then we have a terrifying villain, so that's good. We get the xenomorphs back, but, like, otherwise, it's just kind of Prometheus 2.0, but they don't commit to being a sequel to Prometheus, and they also try to, like, give you an actual prequel to Alien, but they don't pick one or the other, so it doesn't work on either of those levels. Coming in at number 5, I have Alien vs. Predator. Yes, I do like the second one a little bit better, but because AVP, it's a fun movie. Don't get me wrong, fun movie, good action. I like seeing the Predator and the Alien fight each other. But it's nothing. It's just a nothing movie. It's a popcorn movie. It's like, you know, Freddy vs. Jason, they're not gonna be good movies, but they're fun. And that's literally all this is, but it's not even that fun because they don't even get a rated R. Like, both Alien and Predator are rated R and known for good gore, but you don't rate their cross-up rated R, so you can't get, like, blood and guts and stuff. Like, come on. Come on. Coming in at number 4, I have Aliens versus Predator Requiem. I do like it a little bit better. It's actually pretty high on my list. That's because it's horror. It's a lot scarier than most of the other movies on this list. A lot darker. A lot darker, and by darker I don't mean like disturbing. I mean like you literally can't see anything if you watch it with lights on. So watch it in a pitch black room, and you might be able to see a little bit of the movie. But otherwise, it's got good kills, good gore, but some scenes are a little bit questionable, like the scene with, you know what scene I'm talking about, I don't have to explain it. You know, otherwise, it's got a good concept. It's like a sequel to the Alien vs. Predator. Obviously, it would probably suck, but they a reasonable enough way to pit them against each other again. And yeah, as I said, good kills. There isn't as good characters as there was in Alien vs. Predator, but I'm not looking for characters in an Alien vs. Predator movie. Coming in at number 3, I have Prometheus. I'm one of the few people who actually prefer this one to Alien Covenant. And you have people who prefer Prometheus, and you have people who prefer Alien Covenant. I am on the Prometheus side of things. I prefer the way that Ridley Scott was intending to make these prequels before the studio took over and said you need to put the xenomorphs back in. And I like what he was doing. I like where he was going. I don't think it's much of an Alien movie, but I do like everything that he does in Prometheus with the villains, and like they're not the xenomorphs, because like that's fine. Because you know, all the other movies rely so heavily on the xenomorphs. It's good to see what they can do without them. Like, obviously the xenomorphs are a staple and should probably be in the movie, but now we know that they can make a good movie without them. Coming in at number 2. Again, I said there are two boats. People who prefer Prometheus, people who prefer Alien Covenant, and there is people that prefer the original Alien, and people that prefer Aliens. Number 2 is Alien, the original. Not taking anything away from this movie, I just have always thought it's a little bit overrated. I'm not saying it's not good. It's a good movie. Groundbreaking movie. Good, great, okay? Just a little bit overrated. I don't think it's as good as a lot of people make it out to be. I think it's a little bit simple with the concept, but it has some great moments. It has some great characters, so it's elevated a little bit. But otherwise, it's one of like the first space action horror movies, so like it is gonna be a little bit basic because it's one of the first, but like especially when like I've seen other space movies like Star Wars and stuff like that before I saw Alien, it just kind of seems a little bit basic. But my number 1 is going to be Aliens. This is the sequel. James Cameron, he knows how to do sequels right. And Aliens, I think, bests the original. I think it has scarier moments, better characters, better action. I just think it improves upon everything the original Alien did. Whether or not they did it wrong, they didn't really do much wrong with the original Alien, but they improve upon everything that Alien did right. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit like so I know you want to see more videos like it. If you guys really enjoyed, you can go down and hit subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post a brand new video. Otherwise, if you don't want to subscribe, you can just go click on my channel, go find some more videos in there that you'll enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.